I thought I'll go live and talk to you. Oh. Okay, wait a minute. Make sure I got the monetizing thing on. Make sure I got. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I clicked off it. I can't see the chat for a minute, just in case someone is talking. Or typing, should I say? Just going to change my picture. This is automatically that picture every time. I'm going to do the one with the coffee because I'm having a coffee. I'm going to sneeze. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello, everybody. Hey, Miss Cassandra. Morning. Nice to see you. Hey, Stu, Better Detected, and hey, the other side of the boat. Hey all. How are you all doing? I think I need a little bit of tissue. My nose just starts to run. Last night I started to be like snotty. It's probably just the cold. Yeah, I'm okay. I thought I'd do a little talk video blog coffee chat catch up. I had my driving test yesterday. I was hoping to pass, but I had a really, really bad experience, and the examiner, right, is very weird and aggressive and stuff. Like from the beginning, it's your choice if you want to wear a mask or not. When I drive, I have to wear glasses, right? These glasses I wear, they're new ones. I actually, I had old ones, and this one of the things fallen out. They was really scratched, and I had them for like 3-4 years. So I was like, I need a new pair. So I got them especially for my lesson, because obviously my test to make sure everything was like proper good and that. And at the beginning, I had to sign something, and then the guy got a bit aggressive because I have to finger sign on a tab my initials. He was like, "Oh, that doesn't match," and I have to do it twice. And I went to do it the third time, and he said, "Oh, no, it's fine, that'll do," like type of thing, but like really thing. And he said, "Oh, are you deciding to wear a mask or not?" And I said, "Oh, no. One, my glasses steam up, and I can't see nothing when I wear a mask." So I tried before on a test on my lessons before. So I said no, I can't. So then, basically, hello, Granby. Yeah. So you know, it gets really bad. With the guy, he wanted me to knock over a cyclist. He told me I need to go now when I was driving, and I was like, I can't. There's a cyclist coming. It didn't feel like a test at all. It felt like I was on a driving lesson with a person who's never done a driving lesson before, and was just telling me what to do and stuff like that. Didn't let me do everything what I wanted and tell me to. When the sat nav was on, and he was supposed to be quiet for 20 minutes with the sat nav, he was talking over the sat nav and telling me to go in different directions and confusing me and stuff like that. So I had a really, really bad experience. So I thought I'd come on here and talk about it. So, and I have done a big complaint. I did like 2 pages long, like on the computer. I list like every single thing I listed. What I didn't like was I felt like I was robbed over a fair test, because it wasn't. If I failed on a fair test, I would have been happy with that. But from the beginning, he was a bit, what's it called? I did the show me, tell me's in the car at the beginning. There was 2. And then as we drove off, he had the sat nav on. And he didn't tell me he put it on, And then he would tell me where to go. And then he said, follow the instructions of the sat nav. But then he goes, because of COVID, can you open your side of the window, please? And stuff like that, like really aggressively, like he was really peed off that I didn't have a mask on. And I was like, yeah. And that's an extra show me, tell me, isn't it, when you open the window? So, yeah. So I did that. Yeah. It was horrible with the driving lessons. And the test. The thing is, I've been ready to pass my test since March this year. But I had to do my theory first. I did that. And then when I did, I couldn't book a test until now because it's a big queue. So I've been having lessons every week up until then. The only thing I wasn't confident on was the parkings. And every parking I did, if I didn't do it first time, I can always fix. So I would only have a minor on it since then, you know me? But I could do them and fix them, you know me? But yesterday, my instructor's car broke down and I had to use a new car. I had a driving lesson whole hour. And I did all the parkings like 5 times in a row, or different parkings, all the different ones. I did it perfectly. I drove that car perfectly, and I never drove that car before my test as well, which was good, So, I'm over confident, yeah. Now, on a clear road, okay. One, I went all the way around, and every turning I did with the sat nav on, right, he overtalked. And like, obviously, sat nav was saying go to third turning, and then he was like, go there, pointing in a different direction, right? And it was I felt like he was a bit unstable, crazy-ish, you mean? And he didn't like the fact I was wearing a mask. I've talked to someone about this, and he's actually known as a 50-50 with him, where he either does a test and doesn't say a word, right? And that's fine, and he does everything without saying a word, like only like the basic words, or he's known for doing what he's just done. So I have reported it, and I want it to go quite far because no one should experience what I did. He even grabbed the steering wheel on a clear road, no cars on either side, no people, a big clear road. It was a 30 road. I was going about 27. The whole time I made sure I was going about 27, not speeding. Yeah. Because if you go under 25, they can think, you're going too slow. Going straight, and all of a sudden he grabbed the steering wheel. This is quite at the end of the test. It's because I did even though he was messing around and shouting at me, he, at the end of the test, almost at the end, he grabbed it. But as he grabbed it, it turned like that, and I felt like I lost control. He only grabbed it for a couple seconds. Oh, hello, Cal, and hello, TJ. He only grabbed it for a couple of seconds, but if a car was coming, or if there's any parked cars on the side, I would have went into them. But he was frustrated. He grabbed it for no reason, just so he could say he failed me. You mean? But before I did that, he got me to park. Went all the way around Barry. That's where I had my test. And I went over the island and everything. I went up where Bromley is, and he told me to pull over. Okay, so I went to pull over. But when you go into the site to pull over and you're still driving, and I was still driving to pull over, so I wasn't in front of a drive. I was waiting to go a bit further over. But he said, no, it's too late now. It's fine. Go. Like to say, like, I haven't done it. But he didn't even get me. I didn't stop or I didn't pull over. I was still driving. And then a bit further up the road, he did the same thing. I had to drive and I pulled over and I did perfect again. Both times he didn't tell me nothing to do, right? Not to do this, do this. And then for the third time going up the hill, he got me to pull over again. Quite on a steep hill, on the Romley Hill thing. It's quite steep. And it was only a two cars in the middle where you parking where I parked. And it was cars on either side. And there was enough for two cars to be. And he told me to parallel park on a hill, which was usually they say they get you to do it in a safer place, not hilly. So I did the parallel park, right? This was a new car as well, and I did it perfect. But do you know when you go the last remover, when you steer to the left to straighten up, I held the handbrake and I went to do that, and he said, no, drive off. So he just got me to drive off. So I didn't straighten up. I didn't put the handbrake on or the neutral. Every time he got me to pull over about 6 or 7 times, right? And usually they get you to pull over to say, oh, I want you to do this in a minute, you mean? But he didn't give me no instructions. Only on that one time when he told me to pull over to do a parallel park that one time. But I did it perfect and it was on a hill, you know, I'm more ready to pass my test. I just felt like I was robbed, basically, like at passing my test. So I thought I'll just do a video about it. And, that'd be it. I was really upset. There was a stop sign as well by Main Street going into Vere Street, right? There was cars on the Vere Street. There was cars. It's a small street, and there's cars parked on both sides, and it's a stop sign. Yeah, a big van by here as well. And it was 3 cars in front of me, but it's a stop sign in front. And I could see, I stayed a while back because could see one car was reversing to let the people in. Yeah. So I did that. And then when it was my time at the stop time, I stopped to see, obviously you need to know what you're doing because it's not a very clear thing and it tells you need to stop. Yeah. I looked to my left, I could see a car coming, right? But I was leaning forward and I looked to my right at the same time and I could see a cyclist a little further distance or about the same, but the cyclist goes slower. He's going uphill. I could see him coming. And basically, as I could see him coming, and as the car was driving past, he goes, "You should have went then. You should have went after the And I was like, "I can't go. There's a cyclist coming." And he said, "Go." And I was like, "No, I can't. There's a cyclist coming." And then he saw the cyclist, and he was like, "Oh, you muttered like that." The thing is, when you're doing your test, you're not supposed to tell you have to do this, you have to do that. You need to let me do the mistake. You mean? I didn't go because I could see a cyclist. If I listened to him and went, I would have hit that cyclist because his car's on both sides and it was only enough for one people to go up. And if I turned, I would have hit that cyclist when he told me to go. And lucky I was looking because if I wasn't looking, that cyclist could have been hit. So, to do something like that on your test is really, really messed up. And it's like every time, and then when the sat-nav wasn't on, okay, and he was telling me directions, he wasn't saying, "Oh, take the third roundabout. Oh, the exit, take the third exit." He was saying, "Go over there, go over there." Expect me to look at his hands and work out where he's on and about. But do you know, as you see a sign, the sign where you go in where the roundabout is, and it's a sign, and it shows you like 5 exits, yeah? But he would not say until I passed that sign and then told me, go over there. So I couldn't understand what was going on. So it's all a bit, messy, but I just wanted, oh, hey, found it, Barry. I'm off work today. Oh, that's cool. So I just wanted to come on here and moan. I am going to do and I've named it coffee time because I didn't want to it to go further because I made a complaint, and I want to wait until that complaint is done, and I'm going to do a proper video complaining about him and how he was. But he was really aggressive and telling me what to do, and saying I should have went. Oh, you're not doing that right. But you post a mark down when you do a minor, you post a mark it down. But everything he was telling me I was doing, I was like, what are you on about? It's like he was living in a different world. So, and the only way he could fail me, because he grabbed the steering wheel for no reason. And obviously, if he grabs it, that's a fail, isn't it? But it was no reason for him to grab it. There was no one in sight, no park size when I was on the main big road. It was an open road. You can even go in. There's a massive road on this side and this side. It was like Barry Road, and in the middle it's like it's line. So if you need to take over, you can do that. Up further along there was parked cars, but where I was there was no parked cars, and it was loads of space. So he grabbed that wheel in frustration. He just wanted to fail me. He just didn't like me. So yeah. So I just feel like I got robbed basically as a fair test. That wasn't a test. That was like the man just telling me, you need to do this, you need to do that. A really bad driving lesson, let alone test, that he didn't know what he was doing. So basically, hey Mike, you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. No, I know if I get a different driver, I asked for another driver, I complained, I asked for a refund. But that's going to take some time. So I'm not going to bother, but I don't really care about the refund. I'm just going to see if I can book a test really quick and make sure I don't get that guy again. If I get anyone else, I know I'm going to be fine. Unless I get nervous or a mistake happens, like it could happen, I could fail. But I was really confident going in there, you see. And I've been driving, do loads of tests. I did a manual first, and I wasn't liking it. I was doing the gears and that fine, but I was just doing too many mirrors checks with the gears. It was. So I just thought I want to pass quick, right? So I went to automatic. So I've had loads of lessons. I've been ready for a long time because I couldn't even book it. But yeah. So I'm also having problems with my daughter's school. She's only allowed to go in half days now. She got suspended last week. Her behaviour can be quite bad sometimes, but she's a bit different from other kids. She is on the waiting list to see if she might have something wrong with her. And me and the school do everything we can to help with her behaviour. And basically, parents were complaining about her, but has been for some time. But now they're actually making stuff up about her, which is a bit, oh my God, no way she said that to your kids and stuff like that. And the thing is, the teachers ain't allowed to question the kids about it, and the mums have only told the teachers that this is what the kids have said, but they haven't. I wasn't allowed to know who. It's a group of parents in their class as well. So I felt like they were bullying, right? I did go to the police about them as well. I rang up. I felt like I need to do everything in my Palau Parks. It's actually one that I can do the easiest. I like doing the Palau Park, and I did it every time. Every time I do it correctly. Where the odd time I have and don't got it on the spot, but I can correct it. Yeah, and the thing is, we didn't know who they were, but I found we've got a report back, but they're not allowed to name names and stuff. But when the report, and they messed up a bit when the school gave me something because it was the initials, and I figured out one of the kids. And then obviously I figured out we were talking to Demi, who she was talking to at Playtown, and the other two kids. So I know there's exactly parents now who are doing it. So that's why I went to the police, because, I felt sick, and that they're like bullying my child, trying to get into trouble. They want her out the school. She might need to go to a special school, but they want her out at school. They don't understand kids with extra needs. And so, yeah, they want her out of school, basically. And that's why they're starting to tell lies about her. But I felt like I need to do all I can for my child. So I went to the police and I talked to them and stuff like that. I'm hoping they don't say anything else now, because it's not fair on her. And yeah, so it's like, loads of stuff that's going on lately. So, and also my daughter had her eye not operation, her eye. Every so often she has to go to the hospital because she's got a problem with her eye. She's got a turn in her eye. It did get really, really good at one point because she needed that operation. She did, but the glasses were recommending it. But now the turn, you can see the turn on when she's got the glasses on is starting. And then when you take them off, it's pussy over the place. And when she hasn't got the glasses on and it's not helping, she's constantly got double vision. Even with the glasses, it gives us double vision. But now they said she needs operation. So she got that going on at the same time. So she needs operation on her eye. And yeah, so it's one thing after another. And I was hoping to pass my test because I got a lot of appointments to go to next week with the kids, all different things. So I was like, oh, so it's like every time I have to take them somewhere, it has to be on a bus, 2 hours here, 2 hours there. Each hospital is like over 2 hours away or longer. It's like a 2-hour bus ride. And then you have to go on another bus to get there as well, on both sides. But when I go to the one, I usually get the bus or the train, or I have to get a bus and then I have to get a train, and then I walk, and it's about like a 25-minute walk there. So but it's just it's a nightmare going on at the moment. So oh God, great. Yeah, I'm gonna stay positive. How old is your daughter? She's 9. Yeah, well, she needs. It's a good idea to homeschool her, but she needs like 1-to-1 properly all the time and attention. The teachers are pretty good in there, and they're waiting to get extra support. But she does need to be in school, because otherwise, it'd be easier to just bring her home and just not but I want her to stay in school because she's going to learn more in school. She's really good at reading and writing. She's really good at that. So the longer she stays, I don't want to. She's got cousins that don't go out no more. That's got similar problems that she's got, because they stopped going to school, and now they don't even want to go out the house. So I want to keep her home, not in school, as long as I can. Stream to homeschool. A few of my friends do that. I believe you need to keep your kid education in school. Don't do their job sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, at the moment she is just going to do part-time school. So she finishes at 12 or half 12. She's not allowed to go out at lunchtime and stuff like that. She can get a bit much, but I understand the parents complaining about all the stuff she is doing, but to make up lies as well, it's not nice. Just to get into trouble, because they see her going to school, and teachers are not telling her off, because when you tell her off when she's being naughty, that's when she gets a lot worse her behaviour. And when I mean her behaviour, she just sings A to Z really loud of her top of her voice and constantly sings it and doesn't stop, like in class and stuff, and just repeats words and make weird songs. She has a problem with staying still. So it's like, so she's going to be, so obviously from 12 onwards in the day, she's going to come home. So I'm going to do stuff with her, like hobbies and like art and craft stuff, like stuff to learn more fun stuff at home, and maybe get her to read and I know do a story herself, just more like creative stuff really, maybe play with clay, look teach her to cook and stuff, basic stuff. But yeah, so I will be doing some sort of stuff, but as I said, she is learning the first half of school, she is learning, she is well behaved in the morning. It's just when it's lunchtime and she goes out at lunch, she's all excited and she gets all really excited. And then she just and then she can't stop being hyper. She goes into different moods. And when she's really, really hyper, then the naughty behaviour starts. But it's like she can't control it. It's not like she's just a naughty child. And a lot of people don't understand that. Hey Angie, you're right. Yeah, Mike, I will stay strong. No, I'm quite a strong person. I am sticking up for my kids. I'll go as far as I can. It's not nice when people lie about your kids just to get them in more trouble. It's because the teachers don't shout at her, because they know if they shout at her, if they ignore her when she's saying stuff and she say, "Oh, you're bullying me and stuff like that." She says to the teacher, and when they're like, "Yeah," or she's talking back to them, they ignore her. That's the best way to go about it.
Train.
Wow, train.
I just copy on YouTube.
Wow, that's really good, Tim. Timmy likes drawing trains. So, but yeah, so we find. Oh, turn that down, lovely. Knowing that she wants a reaction, you see, usually. So if you ignore it, her behaviour starts to get better. But obviously the parents and that don't see that. But one of the parents is actually one of the kids. There's like helper teachers in school. So yeah, I know exactly who the parents are. So at least I know who the parents are. But I did go to the police about them. And I have to go. It's before I was feeling really sick, and how can they lie like that? I went to the police, and I felt really happy, like I won the lottery or something, because I felt like I'd done everything in my power to protect my child from lies and stuff. Yeah, and the problem is,
Mummy, look, they're racing.
Yeah, they're racing.
Look, I think I'm winning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the problem is the parents of the kids. The kids are actually Demi's friends as well. So it's just the parents don't like her, which is really sad. So I hope they don't say any more lies, because I will be taking it further, and I'll probably end it trying to sue them if they carry on, because if someone was lying about me, I'd be like, I don't care, and I'll just leave it. I'm not really bothered with that type of stuff. When people lie about me, it doesn't really get to me. But when it's your child, it's different, isn't it? You want to protect your child. So yeah. And she's going through a lot at the moment. Someone's coming in to catch see her, to try and coming in from a special school to see her, to try and help her. On Monday, I believe. So hopefully it goes well. So yeah. Other than that, she went to the dentist hospital appointment this week as well.
Look at my car train.
Ooh.
Where we go downhill.
Yeah. Because the normal dentist can't see her because she cries and she's too scared. So we've gone to the hospital, so that's good. Luckily, she brushes her teeth regular, so her teeth are okay.
Look, there's a loop.
Oh wow.
Every time sometimes you will go faster.
Yeah, she has got 2 loose teeth at the back, which are starting to rot, but only at the start, so they could just do fill-ins. But they said they're going to shortly come out anyway, so they might wait on them. All they need to do is put some paste or something on their teeth, so they're going to do that next time. Oh, thank you, Miss Sevenbow, for sharing links. So how is everyone anyway?
Mummy, look, I'm going so fast.
Yay! You're going fast on the train. Can we see?
Look how fast I'm going.
Wow! Can we see? Oh, look! Look how fast you're going! Oh, I don't think you can see. That's really cool, Tim.
The train.
The train's going really fast. But on a good side is the kids have got gymnastics. It's quite pricey, but they like gymnastics. So I got them both in the same class, and they both got gymnastics today. Yeah, he loves trains. He'd be on trains all day if you let him. That's all he listens to is trains, or watches, or plays with. But yeah, so we got gymnastics today.
Which dances were?
I'm not sure.
Oh, choose that one. That one was very. You go faster on that one.
Yeah. Wow.
So.
Did you want to sit by Mummy? Or not? It's up to you.
It's done.
Oh yeah, he loves standing. He likes standing over sofas or tables
There we
as
go.
he's jumping up and down
We
at the
just
moment.
built a track. When you keep going.
Yeah, you build a track. You keep going. I'm going to have to take him to Drayton Manor soon. Thomas Land. We were supposed to go in the summer holidays, but we didn't get a chance to go. We like to go a couple of times a year.
We are running out of coal.
Yeah, you're running out of coal.
Wait, I got some coal here. No, I didn't. I got coal here.
Yeah. You're doing good, ain't you? He's talking a lot more,
Look,
which
we
is
are
good.
going so fast.
You're going so fast, yeah. You're going really fast. So yeah, so I'm gonna forget about that now. Anyway, I will be doing a video about the driver.
Wow.
How about my experience, like a review on YouTube. But I'll wait in till I get the complaint and so I can say everything what's happened and stuff. But I don't think anyone should experience that. You shouldn't be working there doing that to people on a daily basis and getting away with it, basically. So it's like got everything going on at once, haven't I? But I have been running. I didn't go for a run yesterday or the day before because I thought I got my test. If I go for a run, when I run now, I'm doing 6 to 9 miles now. I'm doing really good on my running. That's how far I got to. So I thought if I go for a run 2 days before my test, I might break my ankle. When you're running, something might happen. I didn't want nothing to go wrong. But I get bad luck all the time when I do stuff. I'm like, I'd be a train driver. Yeah, he's going to be a train driver. I can tell that. I would ride my toy alien on the train. Yeah. Yeah, what was I saying? I can't even remember. Can't even remember. I'm lost. But yeah, running. And so I didn't want to go for a run just in case I hurt myself a couple of days before. But a lot of things go wrong for me all the time, when I'm doing stuff, I just get bad luck with like a really bad driver. What's it called? Test examiner or whoever he is. And it's always something going on.
Try these ones. Those look good.
Yeah. I got the one we were going to my daughter's hospital appointment.
Drive on train.
I got the bus to go to the train, to the bus, right, to go, and I thought it goes straight there, like to the nearest town. But it didn't. it went to the nearest town by me and turned around and came back where I was. And I was like, I got off the bus in my village. Because I was, oh my God, we've gone back on ourselves. I got off, and buses are like every hour. And then I had to go on the opposite side and get the bus again and wait for ages. So I still on time for an appointment. I always make sure I'm a few hours early, or not for the appointment, but in that town or in that area. So go for food or do something for, like, go to coffee shop before we go in. Because obviously the appointments, if you don't show up, they
let's put this on
cut you off the system, don't they? So I'm like making sure I'm early all the time. I've a lot of steam train journeys coming up. Oh, that's cool.
Won't the train go away?
Yeah, the train went away, did he?
Oh yeah, my train fly away.
Your train fly away? Ooh.
Let's keep going. Why is the train drawing?
Yeah, oh, it's a train drawing. Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's a train drawing.
It is, isn't it? So I don't know if I just come on here and talk. I would get stuff off my chest and just talk to people. How is everybody else in the chat? How is everyone doing? So at the moment,
it's right.
I've got half days with my daughter. So they said it's only temporary. So they might go to last for a month, and then they might say, "Oh, come in a little bit later." Yeah, later, and she might eventually do photos, or maybe get her into a different school, and that could help her a bit better. We'll see. Oh, has anyone seen The Watcher on Netflix? It is really good. Don't spoil it for me. We got we binge watched it.
We're on the bridge.
On the bridge. Wow. We binge watched The Watcher, me and my partner, because it was date night last night, and it was really, really good. And we got the last episode to watch tonight.
I mean, that's a station.
Not The Watcher, the series about the witches. It's a new thing. It's a Watcher. The same people did the American Horror Story did this, so it's got like the same creepy vibes and stuff going on, and really confusing. And it's just really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So which is good. But yeah. So we're gonna finish watching that tonight. Because there's only one episode, which will be good. Oh, B-Buff. Next time I would request a different instructor. I would not use him again. Yeah, I have done that. I said then in my complaint. I assume, but I want to have a different instructor next time. If I had him again, there'd be no point going out with him. But I'm actually going to take my camp and record the whole test next time. So even if I have him, I will have him record doing that. So I was maybe going to take a body cam, as well as I got a camera in my car, so I can take that. They're so it'll show the road, the clear road, the rear, and obviously what he's saying and stuff. Okay. So if I do have him again, the thing is, he tried to put me off so much, and he even like he had the window. Well, he told me to open the window so the sat nav would be quieter, and all I could hear was the traffic. You hear me? That's what his trick was. Yeah, he wanted it wide open. He's got a big thing about COVID. He wet-wiped everything, and I was like, if you like this, and he was digging at me that I won't wear a mask, but I was like, if I wear a mask, when you wear a mask, it goes foggy. Wait a minute, I'll show you now. I actually had masks on me, but at the time, because I do appreciate like you need to do that, but the thing is, if I didn't have to be able to wear glasses, I would have been way more happy to wear that mask. Way more than happy. But when you put this on, make sure I put it on properly. It starts to fog up. I tried it before on driving test. I can see now it's starting to like these. Now see how foggy they are? Can't even see out of them now. They're so foggy. Can't even... And that's right when I'm breathing. Right? So it was impossible for me. I needed the glasses as obviously because when I'm driving, from long sighted. I don't need the glasses all the time, but I need them for the driving. You know, otherwise I'd be breaking the law. But so it would have been impossible for me to do that. Yeah. And like the whole test, I did well, even though he was trying to like, when you're supposed to be silent over the sat nav, the whole time he was talking, being aggressive. Oh, you should go gone. You should have done this. Go this way. Go this way. He wasn't giving me proper directions either, and he was talking over. He was telling me to go different ways from the sat nav as well. So it was like he was all over the place. And the thing is, at the beginning, he said, "Oh, because of COVID and you're not wearing a mask, I'm not going to talk as much. Only when I need to, and for me not to talk only when I needed to." Do you get what I mean? That's all he did was really talk over the sat nav all the time, tell me to do all different things. And even though he was trying to, do this, oh, go, this, I didn't make a mistake the whole time. Even when I did the parking, he didn't let me finish it and told me to drive up because I did it perfect. And everything he took, because I'm really good on roundabouts, really good at driving. And every time he couldn't get me on anything. And he just, oh, my steering is no good, this. And he was saying you have to grab the wheel. And I was like, why did you have to grab the wheel? He even wanted me to knock over a guy on a bike. Imagine that. Oh, and one of the times when he got me to park over, I did see a stroll coming across the road and a car driving past, right? One of the times he got me to just pull over without, fussy good. If I just saw a stroll, I'd have to go, which would have been fine. But it was a car coming down. And even if I went, I wouldn't have hit it anyway. He wouldn't have had the time to do it. But it was a car coming down. But he wanted me to go then. It just didn't make sense. It's because he wanted me to make mistakes to fail. Couldn't get me on anything. And then that's why he grabbed the steering wheel. He tried his hardest. He just didn't like me. And I think it was a big hate that I wasn't wearing a mask. Which, and he made that clear quite a few times in the test, you're supposed to be polite to someone and actually not tell them what to do and talk over the way you shouldn't, and actually let them do the maneuvers. And are you ready? Like, when I did my maneuver, he should have let me park. He should have let me put the handbrake on and stuff and do the last turning. Even though it was perfect, it didn't need the last turn. He went, no, drive off right now. He didn't say, are you happy with that? At one point, not one point, I put my car in neutral, right? And all the times he told me to stop, because he didn't give me time to. He didn't. I was supposed to stop, but he said drive off. He made every time. I didn't get to put it in neutral because of that. So it was a bit weird. So, I'm over it now, but, it's just a horrible thing to go through. And, it's like, I pay to have a fair test, to be tested. If I made mistakes, he shouldn't have shouted at me, this. He should have just marked it down. But he was trying for me to make those mistakes, you see, whenever he could. So, I just didn't get it. I don't understand why a guy like that is in a job like that and still got it. And I talked to someone and they said it's 50-50 with him. He's known for doing that. So he's actually known for doing that, and he's still got a job going there. He's known to talking over a sat nav. He's known to say, oh, rather than say, take the fourth exit to second net, he goes, go over there, pointing, over there, you mean? And when he should, and at all point when the sat nav won on, he was talking. When a lot of time, I was just going straight. But when you get to the roundabout, it won't tell me what exit to take. So I just went across to carry on the road all the time. He was doing that by purpose as well, just hoping I did one turning a couple of times. He did that. When you get, the thing is, it's in a test centre, but it's no really boss there. I don't think, his receptionist, his whole thing. It's done by the government, isn't it? So when I got my test online, my results, I've did a report. I reported them and a complaint. Yeah, so I've done a complaint, but I had an automatic response back, but I need to wait for my response now. So once I get that response, then I'll go for a bit further. But no one should go through that. I didn't even have a test. It wasn't a test. That was not a test. He wanted to fail me a second. I said I won't wear a mask. And maybe people who say they're not wearing the mask, he does that too. Which, fair enough, he wanted me to wear a mask, but if I did, I wouldn't be able to see driving. It would have been a bit dangerous. So, so I had no choice really. And it was my right anyway not to wear one. You don't have to wear them no more if you don't want to. And these days it's not even a law. They tell you to stay home if you've got COVID, but it's actually not a law if you've got COVID that you can still go to work if you want to and stuff like that. And I believe that was what my partner was saying. If I did get COVID, I would not go out at all. My nan died of COVID. My uncle died of COVID. So, 2 members of my family, and couldn't go to my uncle's funeral. My cousin died as well, my second cousin. Couldn't go to their funerals. I did go to my nan's, but my uncle, my cousin, because you weren't allowed to have 5 people at that time to go to a funeral. And then my nan, I did, but it was only allowed to be 30 people in the hall, something like that, when I went with my nan. But the problem is, my mum's one of 14, got 14 kids. And my nan, also one of my nan's brothers was here. His other one is living in Australia, so he couldn't come. But his brother did, one of the twins lives here. And all my cousins and all my mum's one of 14, but they all had kids and they've had kids as well. And they all had 9 kids here. So it is quite a big family. And a lot of them were upset because they couldn't go to the funeral. I take it serious. I had nerve pain as well because I had COVID and I suffered from nerve pain for almost 2 years. I'm only just getting over it now. It's almost out my system. Now and again, I get a twist and it aches on my neck and stuff like that. It feels like it's coming back, but it's really mild that you don't even notice it now. Over there, you told you were doing a test. Yeah, I was doing a test. Oh, but so I get where he was coming from, but at the same time, he knows everyone's got a right to say no. It's they knew I was going there with obviously glasses. So they knew I wouldn't have been doing that. But that's why I felt and it was just really mean. He was an older guy, which not a problem because I find also the older the guys are actually more intelligent and they've got more of experience of driving. And you get me? But it was it was a nightmare basically. It's when you have a dream before your driving test and you have a nightmare. was the nightmare. Oh, it was in so many times. Oh yeah, it was a guy who came out of Tesco's and walking up the hill on a road.
Can I go on the laptop?
Yeah, I'm live in a minute. I'll get off and you can go in a minute. Yeah, can you go and brush your teeth first? Brush your teeth.
Look at my train.
And he was walking up in the middle
Mummy,
of the road.
look.
Oh wow!
It's got
On my
31
test.
on it.
And it was cars on both sides. He had alcohol in his hand, but he was going to the nearest car on the left. So I had to pause back and stop, because if you're driving driving or driving on them, you could fail on that as well. And he was having a puff that I stopped waiting for the guy to get off the road, because he was, rather than walking across, he was just walking up the road where my car was, up the road, like in front of me, like. And he wanted me, obviously to drive on him or drive, every time he tried it, but he couldn't get me on anything. So that's why he just made up a bit of lies and think. And I said to him in front of my driving instructor that you confused me so much with over talking on the what's it called, when the sat nav was on constantly, you mean, and just doing all weird stuff. So he's the type of guy who doesn't care about his reactions, and what he did, right, was not fair at all. And I could, if I had a different instructor, 90% I think I would have passed. Even if I failed, I would have been happy and think, oh, I can do better next time, I'm not ready. But everything I did on that test wouldn't have even been a fail. I did all the mirror checks, I did everything, I slowed down when I got to the roundabouts, so it gave you more time to, so you can go straight away, or more time to focus what you want to do. I made sure I was 27 miles an hour all the time on the 30 roads. There are some 20 roads, and I made sure I was under that, where there was the speed bumps, and made sure I was like doing 10 miles an hour over a speed runs. Oh, you don't do sat-nav? Yeah, here they do either sat-nav on the test for 20 minutes, and you follow the sat-nav's instructions, or they say follow the road to the town or a part of Barry where it was, Barry Island. Follow the road to Barry Island, and you have to follow all the signs to go there. But he did the sat nav bit, and then obviously the second half of the test is him telling you directions. But he didn't even give me proper directions. He was like, over there, over here. It felt like I was in instructor when I came to my partner. Oh, it's this way. It's this way. But without the aggression, obviously. Hey, that's cool. And that's really good. That's really good. So, oh yeah. I got a headache coming now, probably from all the stress. But I've reported it now. I feel better, and I'm going to do a video once it's all the reports done, and see if anyone else is. I know most people have gone through the same thing, and nothing's been done. So if I do a video and say tell everyone to come forward and stuff,
Yay!
Then what he did was quite bad.
Yay!
Oh, you've done a test here. That's cool. Did you pass? So it's just I felt really robbed that I didn't even have a fair test, because that wasn't a test. That was just I don't know what that was. That was a nightmare gone bad. Imagine nightmares going bad as well. You get what I mean? But so once I do the video, and I'll do a official video and complain, name the centre and the guy, and it said, "Is anyone else experienced that?" In the future, if nothing gets done on my report, if this happens to anyone else, they're going to search it and then they'll find it, me like complaining about them. And I tried to find complaints on them on Centre. Couldn't find the bit where, you know, when you do reviews, couldn't find that bit. So, which was annoying. So I'm going to do that. And then obviously, if other people realise it's going on as well, but it's like it's 50-50 with him. A lot more people, he's doing that to a lot of people every day. Which, if I had a fair test and I passed, that would have helped me out so much to get around. As obviously, passed first time. Well, that's good. Well done. I need to get around with my kids, and it's a nightmare. When Tom's home, it's not because he drives, but with his work, he works too much. Like me, and I the times when we go out, and he's only home in the evening. So yeah, but I'm gonna go now, just because I promised my daughter she could go on here. She want to have a little go on here because she's got gymnastics coming up soon, and she wants a little go before gymnastics.
I don't want to go.
He says that every time, but when he's there, he loves it. It's because he wants to be home all the time. Okay. So, thanks for being here and watching. It means a lot. It means loads. I am going to go now. Bye, all. I'm going to take some paracetamol because I've got a headache. Hopefully my weekend will be amazing. Kids are home and we'll do loads of fun stuff together. Bye. Oh yeah, enjoy your day too. Enjoy your day, everyone. Yeah, so we're going to go to gymnastics. You know, I can watch them through the window. It's really fun. And then we'll probably go for a meal. And then we'll probably go for a walk somewhere. It's fun. Or do something fun like me. It'll be fun. Bye for now.